What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and today I'm back to talk about Warhammer 40K. Halloween draws near, and as always, we've been putting out horror-themed stories centered around all things creepy around the universe of Warhammer 40K. So if you guys want more, there is a playlist here for all things Halloween 2024, and for that matter, we've also got playlists for Halloween 2023 all the way back to 2020. So go ahead and go into that backlog of all the creepy stories, but for now, let's go ahead and dive into this 40K lore. The chaotic warp storms raged on for what felt like centuries around the planet of Kargath Prime. The Adeptus Mechanicus held on fighting for who knows how long. War was their fuel. Machine raged against the demonic, but they were eventually overrun. A distress signal had been sent out before the storm surrounded the world, but no one came to their aid. Many years passed in real space, and finally, the storms dissipated. A green haze overtook the planet, but it seemed like the distress signal was indeed received, but not by the Imperium. War Boss Squigtooth was already in orbit, readying his wall to descend on this world for a good crumpin'. His big mechs teleported his forces on the surface of the planet. Half arrived safely, the other half was either stuck between real space and who knows what else. But on the decaying world of Kargath Prime, the air hung thick with the stench of oil and decay. Once a thriving forge world, it now lay in ruins, overrun by nurgling hordes who thrived on their destruction and chaos. Amongst the remnants of ancient machines and shattered edifices, an ancient machination still hummed with life. A legend whispered through the wreckage, the tale of a mechanical spider, a relic of a forgotten age, rumored to be haunted by a vengeful machine spirit who still lurked amidst this dead world. In a crumbling forge temple, a group of tech priests had discovered the spider in ages past, its once glorious frame now rusted and dormant. The orcs assaulted the world, ignoring the warnings of the past, of which they knew nothing of, their fervor and lust for war blinding them to the dark presence lingering within. Few demons of Nurgle remained, and the greenskins made short work of them. Warboss Squigtooth slayed a bloated beast of Nurgle with a swift decapitation with his claw, the rotting head landing on a lever which restarted a surge in arcane energy. As the final connection was made, a chilling energy surged through the spider, awakening something far more sinister than what the orcs had been fighting. The ghost of a long-dead tech priest, consumed by the atrocities of war, stirred within its metal arachnoid confines. His soul, entwined with the machinery, craved vengeance against anyone who desecrated his sacred world. The spider waited for darkness to make his move as he stalked the greenskins. As night fell, the first orc warband stumbled into the ruins, boisterous and rowdy, oblivious to the specter watching them from the shadows. The mechanical spider lurked in the darkness, its eyes glowing a sickly green, scanning the Xenos horde for its first target. A hapless orc, separated from the group, stumbled near the edge of the ruins, bellowing about treasure. The spider seized the moment, pouncing with predatory precision. It lunged forward, its razor-sharp legs slicing through the air and catching the orc by surprise. A guttural scream erupted as the spider's mandibles snapped shut, silencing the orc in an instant. The remaining greenskins sensed something amiss, and they grew uneasy. They searched the shadows but found only the echoes of their own bravado. Panic took hold when the spider emerged again, this time from the depths of a decapitated mech bay, its mechanical limbs glistening with the ichor of its first kill. One by one, the orcs fell to the relentless assault. The ghost within the machine reveled in the chaos, directing its movements with a calculated fury. Each kill fed his rage, igniting memories of a time when he fought for the Emperor, now twisted into a singular purpose: to eliminate the Xenos that had defiled his world. As the night deepened, a lone orc remained. War Boss Squigtooth stood amongst the scattered remains of his comrades, quaking with fear. But why did he fear this enemy? Surely he had fought worse things before, but why had fear overtaken his senses now? His eyes darted towards the shadows, searching for a glimpse of the nightmare stalking him. "Oi, you tin can, come out and fight me." The spider responded, creeping closer, its mechanical legs whispering against the crackled ground. With a flash of its eyes, it lunged, striking with a speed that left him no time to react. The ghostly spirit's laughter echoed through the ruins as the spider claimed the victim's clawed arm. It disappeared into the darkness. Squigtooth, roaring with anger, pain, and anticipation, knew that this was not a proper fight. He unloaded his entire magazine into the darkness. Two green eyes peered out from the shadows above him as he roared to meet his enemy. But the spider didn't pounce. Instead, a black ichor sprayed out of its mechanical mandibles and into Squigtooth's mouth. The green skin began melting from the inside out, bubbling organs and steam dripping as he flailed in agony. All that remained of the war boss was a bionic eye and a green puddle of ooze. In the aftermath, the spider stood alone, a grim sentinel amidst the carnage. The spirit, momentarily sated, whispered through the silence, but it was not done. Its bloodlust remained. The orcs had fallen, but the hunt continued. Kargath Prime would know no rest, for the ghost of the tech priest remained, forever entwined within the mechanical spider, prowling the ruins in search of more prey. The legend of the Weaver in the ruins grew, a tale that warned all those who dared tread upon the soil of a world haunted by its own history. And with that being said, we come to the end of yet another scary Halloween story. So let me know your thoughts on this one. Clearly the orcs pretty much just want a good fight, and they oftentimes underestimate who they're going up against. That's not to say that orcs aren't strong. Orcs are really powerful. They can go toe-to-toe with the Space Marine. But in this case, they were fighting an ancient enemy from the Dark Age of technology, and they stood little to no chance. Perhaps if the teleportation was okay and half of his forces weren't lost somewhere in between the spaces of time, that maybe they could have overcome this enemy. But again, their fate was already sealed. So let me know if you guys have any other scary stories for me to tell you guys before we end up to the end of the month. And for now, that's all I got. Let me know your thoughts down below. And as always, this has been the Sound Alchemist, letting you guys know to like, comment, and subscribe so you guys can stay up to date on all things 40K. But for now, I'll be seeing you in the next one. Peace.
Always used to put my freedom first in any situation.